in the world of motorsport, chasing yet another championship win over in Spain in the days, or next weekend as it is now, Craig. Undoubtedly you'll be looking forward to that one. I suppose since you've been in with us last, you've had, fair to say, a roller coaster couple of months on and off the track.
Yeah, it's been a very emotional couple of months since I've seen you last. Obviously I lost half of me. I lost Gareth. We had a very unfortunate crash in Sicily in June when we were taking part in the IRC, which was a separate series that we were doing. And yeah, it's been very, very difficult since then, but I've had a massive amount of support from Gareth's family, from my own family, friends, relatives, and I've got back up on my feet again, and I found myself in the position that I was last year again, which is fighting for a world championship, which is something I really didn't expect when sitting on the side of the road in June with my life torn to pieces. It's just turned on its head, and I need to really try and pull it off now.
Yeah. Fair play to you for doing it, because I think the second last time we were in Garrett was with you. He was an extraordinary young man, wasn't he? He was such a lovely guy.
Yeah, we got on like a house on fire, since I began rallying, or near enough since I began rallying. Garrett's been my only co-driver. You know what I mean? We clicked from immediately, and all the way up to winning the world title last year, winning the academy title. It's very, very sad without him. But I think Garrett especially would want no more for me to try and move on. We had a dream together, and if I can pull it off, well then I'm pulling it off for the two of us.
Yeah, I suppose such a tragic turn of events. Did you have to? I suppose you had to do an awful lot of soul searching to see if you wanted to continue in the sport.
Yeah. It was a horrific, days and weeks and months. And I'm still, none the better. I'm better for sure, but I still have the effects of what's happened. But I had to look, but I didn't have to look too far inside me, to what was the next step. I've got a solid dream in my sights and what I want to do with my life, and Gareth had the same, and I think, as I said, he would want no more from me than to continue on our dream, and that was the primary focus when we got back up on up and running again in Finland in the middle of August. It was only 2 months after the accident again, and we were back at the front doing what we'd done best before. So I think it was definitely the right decision.
A new co-driver now, of course.
Yeah, Paul Nagel, a fellow Irish man. He's from Killarney. So obviously Paul won the IRC title with Chris Meek in 2009. So he's very, very well established co-driver. And obviously we sat in with Chris Meek last year when he done the World Championship programme with Mini, so very, very experienced, and we get on very, very well. He understood the circumstances he was arriving to the team under, and he got on with the job in hand very, very quickly and made me feel very comfortable, and it's gone really well so far.
And PJ Anderson is hot in your heels going into next weekend's event, but there is actually kind of 2 or 3 overall permutations. There's a couple of other guys not out of it either yet.
Yeah, I suppose being realistic, it's only myself and PG that can win it. There's one other guy for Yazid Al Raji that can potentially win it, but it would only fall if myself and PG didn't finish. So the only real candidates to win it are the two of us. Whoever finishes in front of whoever will win the title. So PG has got a lot more years than me. He's into his 30s, and I think he won the JWRC, which is the academy title. I think that was in 2004, 2005. So he's quite a well-established driver, and I'm coming into the series for my first full assault to be in this position, and especially what's happened this year. It's something I'm quite proud of.
Yeah, obviously. So Spain, of course, is the final destination, and it's going to be a combination of gravel and tarmac for the couple of days.
Yeah, Spain adopted a somewhat different approach to the rally in 2010, whereas they have the first day on gravel, which is obviously, as it said, off-road tracks for all the world. It's based in the Catalonia region of Spain, and then on Saturday and Sunday then it's all sealed surface on tarmac. The event was primarily a tarmac event before, all on tarmac road, so it throws in a new element to the event. I done the event last year in the Fiesta Super 2000 car, and we done quite well, so PG wouldn't have done the event since it's returned to gravel. He would have done the old tarmac stages, all right, so I'm hoping that could be an advantage, but PG is an exceptionally good gravel driver, so there's pros and cons to both of us, but I think it should be quite a big fight.
After what you achieved last year, Craig, did you find a lot more pressure on you this year to deliver the goods sort of thing?
Yeah, well, I've got added pressure now. Is that unfortunately I'm in a very bad position now, as I've got little to no budget for next year. So next year at the moment is looking very, very bleak. And
You mean you blew the $500,000 you won?
yeah, well, that's unfortunately the way that rallying works. That $500,000 just about got me through this season.
Go away, yeah.
Yeah, it's being realistic.
And where would that go, into the car or just
everything?
These events,
everything. From getting the car up and running, all the running costs of the car, to feeding everybody, all the mechanics. It's a crew of around 15 people to travel each event, and just all little costs add up. And yeah, it's the $500,000 was fantastic last year, and I suppose we entered this year knowing that to get potential sponsors interested for 2014 or 2013 even, I needed to pull something quite dramatic off this year. So we're in a position to do that now, and that's why it's even more important than last year to try and pull it off, because I need the budget, or else my career stops at the end of this year.
My God, that's some pressure then to deliver again, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it's the difference between rallying and any other sport. It's so much financially controlled. I envy a lot of soccer and hurling players here about getting scholarships. All the cost is a hurling, a slit, or whatever. Whereas rallying, it's that $500,000. Being realistic, didn't really get me through this year. I had to get sponsors from outside to even cover on top of that. So So going back to what you said, there is a lot of added pressure to try and win it this year, because if I want to try and get certainly Irish sponsors on board, world titles are the only thing that's going to be relevant to them. If I rattle off results and finishing second here and winning this and blah blah blah, it doesn't make any sense until you have a world title, and then they can kind of connect with that. So for my profile, it's very, very important. Yeah.
And what about the prize pot next weekend that you're battling it out for? Is that substantial, or is it just the glory?
Just the glory. It's zero. It's sad, because what I won last year, the academy, is the junior series, and this is the senior championship, for want of a better word. This is the top level support championship, and there's no prize. It's just okay. There's no prize. You get the status of being a world champion, just like I done last year, but financially, no, there's no actual prize. So it's
a vicious business, isn't it?
Yeah. It's and thank God I was very fortunate this year not to have so much worries about budget. But now I'm in a position that, unfortunately, a lot of young drivers are in, that I don't have the budget to do at the moment anything next year. So it's. Yeah, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there.
Mm. And would it make any difference if you were, say, based overseas, or does that come into it?
Perhaps, I don't know what difference it would make, if any. There is a lot of, I can't knock my governing body, or our governing body in Ireland, which is Motorsport Ireland. They've been very, very good to me, as have the Irish Sports Council. But we're in recessionary times. It's a small population country. The likes of France and places that they have schemes for young drivers that come along, and that's where Sebastian Loeb and Sebastian Ogier and all these young drivers were realised. So they have the budgets to do that, and unfortunately, our little country at the moment doesn't have the budget to put something like that together, and that's just the way it is.
And the unfortunate thing, it looks like that we won't have it for 5 or 6 years, maybe again.
Yeah. So it's a problem that everyone is suffering, but I think my passion is enough to try and overcome that, and hopefully if, fingers crossed, this does pull off next week and I do get another world championship, it might spark some interest, because I need something quite drastic to happen.
Okay, but in the short term, all the focus is on Spain. The action starts on Friday, but you actually head out there tomorrow.
Yeah, leave tomorrow morning, fly to Barcelona, Girona tomorrow morning, and we'll test on Monday, tarmac test. Tuesday, Wednesday we'll be doing the recce. Thursday then is a shakedown, or like a practice session, for want of a better word, and then Thursday evening press conference. It goes and starts in Barcelona, actually in the city of Barcelona, that'll be quite nice. First time it's ever happened. And then on Friday morning the rally will start, full day on gravel, and then Saturday, Sunday on tarmac. And please God, Sunday evening there'll be a big celebration, but we can't count the chickens for it.
And please God, a sponsor will come out of the long grass someplace they can. If you do the business,
it's the only thing I can hope for now. I can for sure try and deliver my best I can, and from there on, I think it's out of my hands.
Great stuff. Well, yeah, you've had a tough couple of months of it, Craig, so it'll be a fitting way, I suppose, to bring down the season. So we wish you the very best for next weekend, and we'll be hoping to hear good news coming from Spain.
Thank you very much. I'm really looking forward to it.
That's Craig Breen joining us on today's